Oh, good morning, good morning,
Amen.
good morning,
Good
everybody.
morning.
We are so glad to welcome you all to the BYOB Weekend Show. We don't know what to do. We are just so happy to see you all this morning. We are going to talk about today, we are going to continue to recession proof our wealth plan. How are we going to do that? By becoming a fear fighter, because we all get caught up on those little voices in our head. We get caught up on those little gremlins that be sitting on our shoulder. You know, we have one on one shoulder saying, go for it, go for it, go for it. Then we got that other one over there saying, oh,
Right,
no, don't do that. Don't, you're going to mess up. You're going to look stupid. You're going to look dumb. You can't do this. So they over there fighting back and forth behind your back and in front of your face. And you kind of sitting there like a deer in the headlights. Well, today we're going to tell you how to knock that old gremlin off your shoulders and to move forward. We ask that you share out the broadcast with your friends, invite your friends. Don't forget to invite your haters. Remember, I said yesterday, that's free promotion.
right.
And everything free is not always bad. So I'm going to turn it over to my beautiful co host, and I'm going to stop watering. I'm going to sit over here and don't get no water to these gremlins.
Look. Good morning, y'all. I'm Kay Sharon Brooks. Soon as you said Gremlins, I thought of the movie and the water. And basically, what our sister is about to come and talk to you about today. The problem with the gremlins is they multiplied when they got water. So you were feeding it. So, that comes to your mindset as Rose talking about those two little sides, which one you gonna feed? Because that's the one that's gonna multiply. Those gremlins multiply with water. So what seed you gonna feed? When it comes to your fear and moving forward and recession proofing your business, you gonna feed doubt or you gonna move in faith?
Mm, say that again.
I like that. I felt that. It was like, oh my gosh, no, you didn't. The Gremlins movie gave me all of that. And I didn't had enough time, enough years watering these gremlins over here. Can't do that no more. I won't do that no more. Nor will I allow others to feed into that negativity. Good morning, Henrietta. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, Cherie. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you share out this broadcast. There is someone out here who been listening to that negative side a little bit too much, and they need to hear what we got for them today. So make sure you share out the broadcast and those listening. And if you're loving what you're hearing, you're resonating, go to www.blackgirlprofits.com and sign up for our Wealth Bowl, our health retreat. That's wealth plan and becoming fear fighter retreat next week.
Very good. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Verlyn Smith Randolph, and I am the fear fighter. And what I came to speak with you all about this morning is it's how to fight your fear. Because although we may walk around like everything's hunky dory, everything is fine, I have no problems, I'm on top of the world, but in actuality, you may feel like the world is on top of you once you get
Mm-hmm.
behind closed doors. We can only fake that fear thing for so long,
That's right.
for so long. But the thing about it is, it's possible. You can get past it. Because, first of all, once you get past that thing in your mind that you can't do it, that you won't win, that it'll never happen, oh, that's for her and not for me, you can win.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing is the mindset, is what you truly believe. You can say you believe, but do you really? Do you really believe? Because fear will take over you. It affects your home life. It does. It affects your personal being. It causes dis-ease in the body, dis-ease, disease from worrying and
Right.
stress.
Okay.
It causes fear on the outside of the home. It causes fear of, I've just used yesterday. I mean, yesterday it seemed like everyone, from what I could see, was happy on an all time high. They were happy. All that fear that they felt for the last umpteen years, months, for a moment, for a moment,
A
they
moment.
didn't seem fearful. I watched how they partied and how they danced around and they were happy and they were loving and they were hugging on all races together.
Mm-hmm.
The fear of COVID, the fear of COVID, I didn't even see it.
Right.
State of mind. They forgot about the COVID because they were focused on something else, right? They were happy. How they feeling this morning? Because see, once you start something, you can't just like blow. Okay, it's over with. No, you have to keep building. We were
Mm-hmm.
fearful that one thing was going to happen, and it didn't happen, and it came out positive for what the number said.
Right.
But where's the fear? The fear you had the day before, the fear you had the week before. Is it gone or is it just suppressed? Is it just prayed down?
Oh,
We have to learn how to channel fear because that
yes.
fear will affect you in every area of you. And when it affects your health and your wealth, your well-being
Ain't
is
right.
gone. So we have to learn how to protect ourselves so that we can protect others. The first law of nature is self-preservation.
Mm.
If we don't take care of us, we can't take care of our loved ones. We can't make the wealth. We won't have the wealth because fear can cripple you emotionally, mentally, and physically. So right now, I believe that there's opportunities of windows and doors open. It's all in how you view it. There's opportunities where you can build and structure and become wealthy. And the thing about, you hear the word wealthy, everybody thinks money, right? Everybody immediately thinks money.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they
Right.
do.
You can have a lot of money, but you may not be wealthy in your body,
Hmm.
right?
Talk to him.
Come on.
Now, money can't heal you. Money can buy you the best health care. Money can't heal you. And then that fear sets in. Now, I went out, I have all of this money, and I'm still sick.
Hmm.
You can go out. If you sick, you can't bless somebody. You can't help others. You can't help your family. You can't do. If you don't take care of you, how you go? What good are you to others? You have to take care of you. You can't give from an empty cup. Lesson learned. You can't
I'm
give from
learning.
an empty cup. What you do is you serve from your saucer.
That's right.
I was serving from my cup because I was fearful of letting people down.
Hmm.
I was fearful. Oh, I need. Can I borrow? Can I do? And I was fearful of them losing their place, or I was fearful of their utilities being cut off, or I was fearful they'll get mad or upset because I won't do, right? Because I would not do. Not that I couldn't, but because I would not do. And I'm in a dead space because I'm fearful they won't be there. I'm fearful they'll be in a situation because I didn't help them. That fear would take you on a ride that you would not believe. A free ride at that.
Amen.
A free ride that will cost you much, if that makes sense.
They do.
Fear will take you on a roller coaster excursion,
Mm.
and you won't even realize until you lost your relationships, until you lost your job, until you lost your family, until you lost everything. Fear, because you can't get past what you're thinking in your mind. I remember the Danielle P. Winningham said, "Your worst enemy is your inner me, your inner me that will hold you back from being wealthy." And that could be financially, that could be healthy, in your health. It's just
Mhm.
so much. That four-letter word is so powerful. But we can have faith over fear, and we can learn how to fight it. It can be fought. To think or say that it would completely dissipate, I would never sit here before you and tell you that, because we all will always have some level of fear. Anxiety is fear. Disbelief can be fear. So fear covers a multitude of things in our
Mhm.
minds. And see, people can't hear your thoughts, they see your reactions. So those thoughts belong to you, but you can get rid of those thoughts. And today, as I said, there's so many opportunities. There's help available. You can go to www.blackgirlprofits.com. There's help available. We're here 7 days a week. 7 days. Twice, if not three times a week, offering help. So the doors and opportunities are right there before you. It may not look like what you perceive it to be in your mind. It may not come packaged like you think it should be packaged. It may not sound like you think or you have expected it to sound, but that door and that window opportunity is right there. And all you have to
Mhm.
do is take a chance on you and walk through it, and walk through it. And that doubting thing that's on your shoulder, like Kayshawn just mentioned, you got one on your left, you got one on the right, the good, the bad. We have to pray for discernment and take a step. I'm not saying leap. You don't have to leap. You can take one step.
Okay.
Make a decision in your mind. You're going to do this and take that step. That's it. And because we get overwhelmed and frustrated by looking at the long journey, take one step at a time.
Yeah. Mhm.
Just one step at a time. And you know, I can fight this thing. I can do it. Don't let you be the reason why you're held back. Don't do it. Because there's enough outside of us that's already in place to try to hold us back. But don't let you be the reason why you don't move forward, or that you don't cause change to happen, or that you don't attend this wealth retreat this week for $20.20. $20.20.
That's right.
That's it. Because we don't know what we don't know. And if
Mhm.
if we're being real about it, we learn something every day. Every day. We should be learning something every day, because we really and truly, honestly don't know what we don't know. Because not one person knows it all. Not
Right.
one. But we can fight that fear. Kayshawn, I'm looking at you because you like you about ready to bubble over. But that fear is a horrible thing. It's a horrible position to be in.
It is.
To be in. That enemy is a beast, but you can fight it.
Mhm.
You can fight it. You can live a wealthy, healthy life, a more prosperous life. The position today can look totally different a year from now, for the better. And that's not to say that you're in a bad position. It's not to say that I'm not trying to minimize a person's anything, but I'm saying take $20.20 and just invest in this wealth planning retreat. Knowledge is power. Because once you gain it, no one can take it from you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They can't take it from you. It's a beautiful thing. What do you think, ladies?
They
No,
can take
that's
a
true.
lot of. Go ahead, Dr. Cynthia.
No, I was just saying that's true. And she went back and when she said something about, taking that leap, and it kind of piggybacks on what I was saying yesterday. You just going out there and taking that leap, and you haven't
Mhm.
prepared your foundation, and so you don't have strong foundation. So you haven't properly packed your parachute. And so there's nothing that says that you just have to leap out there unprepared. When she was talking about fear, I thought about, fear will hold you back from doing something. And then later on, you have the regrets and the guilt, if I shoulda, woulda, coulda, but I
Right.
didn't do any of that because the fear stopped me. And as she basically stated, you made it bigger, and much larger than the situation needed to be.
Mhm.
Just take it one piece, one small step at a time. And if you don't know where to start, like she said, we are here as a community 7 days out of the week, morning, noon, night, late nights on Friday
Mhm.
night. So this is an amazing starting place. That's why we're all here, because we had to get past whatever was holding us back, whatever that fear was, and just make a decision to get started. And if you've been on the outside looking in, we are here before you enough. We bring you enough information and enough foundation. I think that you should know by now this is a great place to get started for $20.20. This is the best $20.20 you will spend all year long to springboard yourself
Mhm.
into. I know the time fell back, but we're pushing forward. So springboard yourself into your 2021 by making this investment in yourself. Go to www.blackgirlprofits.com and invest that $20.20. And y'all know my favorite statement. I always say that's less than the cost of a family size pizza that you would have bought for your family this weekend. So I
Right.
know that your destiny is worth more to you than the family size pizza. I don't even know if you can get a family size pizza for
You
$20.20 now.
can't. You can't.
Okay, a
I
medium,
only think you can get a small
a
at
small.
a good place after taxes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So forego the pizza and bring that $20.20 over here and come to www.blackgirlprofits.com and push past what's been holding you back.
You know what? What really spoke to me was when and it reminded me of certain aspects of my fear is that we don't want to just look at what's in front of us and just take that one step. We want to look at the whole path, see all the steps, plan out all the steps, want to try to plan all the detours and everything. And because we can see all of that or imagining all of that, that'll keep you frozen and you won't move.
Mm.
And I used to think like that. And I'm encouraging, letting you know I used to think like that. So I'm encouraging you to go to this website and invest that $20.20. Have a 2020 meaning for you this year. A lot of people, 2020 this, 2020 that. Say you spent $20.20 in 2020 and overcame some obstacles within yourself and within your business just by gaining some knowledge so that you can know because we don't know or we only know what we do know. We only can consume so much knowledge that's within our reach, that's within our circle. And once you consume that knowledge that's around you and you're still not satisfied, you're not happy, you're not where you want to be, then you need to step out of that circle of information, of knowledge, and step into another one. And we're asking you to step over here into this community into this wealth planning retreat, that's another thing too. Fear is not a one time thing. You don't just get fear only this week or only this month or only this year or only this situation. You learn how to get better at overcoming fear because there's always something that the enemy can use, some obstacle, some trial that you're going through. Good morning, Vicky. Thank you for joining us. Our sister has said good morning. We miss you.
Yes, we do.
We miss you. We love you. This would have been a powerful one for you to have been on here today. I would have loved for you to be here. We can't wait for you to come back. We love you. But just we it just it listening to you, it just reminded me, and it, giving me confirmation, of the things in front of me. I don't need to be looking at every single step in the whole process because it stopped me from moving. So just looking at what's before me and taking that one step at a time, it's easier to get over the fear because when you look at just this little piece instead of the whole thing, you could take that step by step, just chip off that little bit of fear, take another step, chip off that next piece of fear, take another step. That's easier to consume than looking at this big old monster in front of you. Instead of this is actually what you see in front of your face. Take that little piece out and move forward.
Absolutely. Because someone is looking for you.
Hmm.
Someone is praying for you. Someone is praying and looking for what you have. They are asking, what is it that I can do to take that next step? What am I supposed to do with this idea that keeps bubbling around in my head? You know, it's in there. I'm trying to bring it out. I've written it down. But what is the next step I need to take? You know, you don't go on a trip without a map, without a plan. You don't buy, I don't know, something big without first looking at your finances. You make a plan for that thing. So why wouldn't you make a plan for the wealth you want to create? It doesn't,
Right.
it's not going to hurt you. You can, and that's one way of diminishing your fear a little bit at a time. You said it, Kayshawn, step by step. You put your plan on paper. Okay, putting it on paper is not yanking you out in the middle of the street with no clothes.
Right.
Okay, it's on paper. You can keep that paper right there in front of you if you choose. But most likely, that is going to show you how to find the next step, how to take advantage of the next opportunity. You have to get it out of your head and on paper. Once you get it on paper, then you can look at each piece that you put on that paper and take the first thing you write down. What would be the next step? Just say, what if? Do a hypothetical. A hypothetical is not costing you anything. You're still not out in the middle of the street. You're still not out in the street. You're still not out. And my phone has a gremlin in it. I shared the broadcast and I was on mute, and all of a sudden it's talking too. See them gremlins,
Look,
and y'all saw me looking around a few minutes ago. I was trying to make sure I didn't have any water in here. But you look at that next step, that first thing you put down, and then you say, well, what would be, hypothetically speaking, what would be that next step I would take? Because, see, it's a hypothetical. You haven't done it yet, so you're not out in the middle of the street with no clothes on.
Mhm.
Okay?
right.
So then you say, wow, I will talk to this person, or I will take this class over here, and maybe that might take me from step one to step two. That's how you eat that elephant, one
Mhm.
bite at a time. And it's
Mhm.
something that Coach always says: you can't boil the ocean. So
Right.
if your ocean is so big, or your fear or that gremlin is so big, then get you a teaspoon. Okay? Start with a teaspoonful of water. And once you get rid of that, drink that, then try a tablespoon. Each step gets bigger and bigger. But as each step gets bigger and bigger, so does your confidence level. So does diminishing of that fear with each positive step you take. Now, every step may not be a winner, but it's a winner if you take the step. Because if you make a decision or don't make a decision, you've made a decision. So go to
Mhm.
www.blackgirlprofits.com. Take a look at the page. We are having a wealth planning retreat right here virtually. Virtually. You don't even have to leave the comfort of your home. You won't be out in the street with no clothes on. Everybody won't be able to see what you're planning, what you're doing. So, you don't have to be fearful of that. But you can sit right in front of your computer, right in front of your tablet, right in front of your phone. Take some paper and dream again. Plan out what you want that dream to be. And let, as Kayshawn, I believe, said, or Dr. Cynthia Verlin, you all may, I think all three of y'all said it. Let your 2020 end better than it started. Let me take that back. It started out good, but when you got to the middle of that thing, it got a little rough, got a little shaky.
Mhm.
That corridor, she out there floating around in the middle. But let the end, wrap it up in the end in a nice, pretty bow to make it all worthwhile.
Right. Like Dr. Cynthia said, spring forward into 2021.
That's right.
Have something positive about 2020 to say. A lot of people haven't been able to find anything positive. Maybe and that could be they haven't had anything positive. Or it could be their mindset, either or. If it has been bad, or if it's just your mindset and you can't look at the positive right now, give yourself something positive to talk about.
That's right, Kayshawn. That's right. Because if nothing else, they're still here.
Mm-hmm.
That's positive enough right there. You made it through thus far.
Thus far.
So that means that thus far.
You were meant to.
So
You were
what
meant.
would make you think that you can't continue to move forward throughout this day and step into tomorrow? It's the
Mm-hmm.
mindset.
Yes.
It's the mindset. Because right now, no matter what happened this year, no matter what happened, and some devastating things have happened this year. But the best thing about it is you made it through all of that. You made it through all of it. So we have about what 60 some odd days before the end of the year.
Yeah.
So you've already made it 200 and whatever. So there's some good in everything until we let that fear creep in. So
Mm-hmm.
as of right now, people have suffered great loss. They have, but things can turn around. You saw that yesterday.
Mm.
Things can
Okay.
turn around
Lord.
And
for
make it.
you, but you have to believe. You have to believe and push through that mindset. That thing where all you can focus on is what went wrong. Turn that thing around and think about all the things, all the possibilities, all the things that can go right because it can.
Yes.
It can.
Yeah.
It's a fight. It's going to be a struggle, but it's possible.
Yes, it is.
You're
And if you
still here. All you have is today. Mm-mm. Don't give
Mhm.
up on you.
and if you believe for it, The first thing, the
Absolutely.
first place it starts is in your mind. You have to believe that you are deserving of it. You have to believe that you are worth it, that you are worthy of it. And I'm here to tell you, you most definitely are. You most definitely are. If you believe it, you have to internalize that thing. If you really believe it,
Yeah.
then you will take that first step in moving forward in your belief. Because once you believe it internally and you project it outward, you'll be surprised at the doors that will open
Mhm.
for you.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be surprised. You'll
Absolutely.
be like, if I had known this then, I would have done this before now.
Yeah.
If I, but God also says all things in due season. That's
Indeed.
why it's
Mhm.
never too late. That's why it's never too late to move on your belief because it's in due season. And let this be your season. As we've all said, this season 2020, it's been a bear. It's been something. It's been
Yes. It's been something,
it's been
exactly.
something. But as we can see just off of this beautiful weekend, the history that's being made, things can turn around just like
Just
that.
like that. Hmm.
Just like that.
Just like that.
If
So
you
what makes you think it won't turn around just like that for you? It's
that's right.
possible.
It is. You got to
Each
believe.
of us have a story.
Possible.
That's it.
It's
Each of
possible.
us sitting right here have a story. Each of
Absolutely.
us do. And
It's
fear
possible.
has played a big part of it.
Come on.
It's
Yeah.
possible.
It is very possible.
It's
However,
possible.
you gotta, there's some
You
things
can.
that you have to do. You have to have that belief factor. You have to face the fear of it. As Rose said, it's a mindset. Berlin said it's a mindset. We all tell you, it's a mindset because we are a mindset
Mhm.
community over here. But it requires two things. One of my mentors once told me that a thing happens twice. It happens first in your mind, and then you have to follow it with an action. So we're giving you a call to action today because we are the mindset community. We are the MAD community over here. Everybody knows when this community comes forward, when we get mad, some good stuff is happening because when we get mad over here in this community, we make a decision. So it's a good mad. It's a
Yeah.
good mad. So today we're asking you, to get mad, make a decision. This is a call to action. Don't let $20.20 stop you. This is still 2020. We will move forward into 2021. Again, the ladies will talk about how things change in the blink of an eye. Look at yesterday and all that we saw happening. And Berlin was speaking on how the people were, and all of the happiness and everything, loving on each other and coming together. So it's still an opportunity. Do not forget your 2020 vision. What was your vision for your 2020 on January 1 of this year? And don't let anyone steal that from you. Don't be fearful about that. Keep moving forward. It's not too late. The time is now to invest your $20.20. We want you to come on board and join us. Just make that decision. I know you will not regret it. Go to www.blackgirlprofits.com and join us November 10th through the 16th for the wealth planning retreat. You don't want to miss it. Where else can you get a wealth planning retreat for $20.20? Let's talk about that. The
Mm.
value you're going to get. This is just the beginning. What we do when we come on here, what we've done just today, the information we've imparted into you and the wisdom, that's worth $20.20. I should hear my cash app going right now.
Oh yeah, let me drop my cash out.
Let me
What?
check
Right.
my cash app. I need $20.20
I
for
like
what
to
I
hear
And
that
the
paid.
thing
$20.
about it, the $20.20 is just not for an hour. That's for 4 days.
That's right.
Yes.
Hmm.
Not twenty
That
dollars
Woo,
part.
twenty
that's
cent
a good
per
point.
day.
I'm
That's a
like,
Mhm.
good point.
okay.
That's $5 and a nickel a day.
And how
Woo.
much information, how many people will be before them? on those
Time.
4 days. Oh my goodness, the wealth
Oh
of
my God, you're
information.
going to get speakers. You're going to get so much knowledge imparted upon you. And the thing about it is, Verlin, you said it's about $5.05 a day. And it's the things and the tools and the strategies that you will learn, you will be able to implement over a lifetime. It's not
Lifetime.
something that you just get for 4 days. These are strategies and implementation tools and wisdom that you'll be able to apply not just in your business over a lifetime, but also in your life. Because
In your
we
life.
all sit here and said, you don't know what you don't know. And that's not an insult. I mean, because if you've never
No.
been exposed, you don't know. And you should
Right.
be exposing yourself daily to something new, to trying
Something.
something that you've never done, reading something you've never read, talking and getting to know someone who's different than you that you've never done before. Those things are
That's
important.
right.
That's what keeps you growing. Go to www.blackgirlprofits.com and grow with us today. Implement your lifetime strategies, your wealth plan. And yeah, you hear us talk about money. Money, it gives you opportunities. Money gives you options. Money is not to be hoarded and to be kept in your breast pocket, trying to knock a gremlin off your shoulder who's trying to get it. Money
Mm-hmm.
is to be shared and to improve your life and someone else's life too, because that's what gives you the opportunities to do it. Verlin said it earlier. You serve from your saucer, not from
Yeah.
your cup. Your money gives you opportunities to have some overflow in your saucer.
Yes.
That's your wealth plan. Come and put some steps and some action and some pieces into your wealth plan so that it can serve you, your community, your family, your legacy for a lifetime. www.blackgirlprofits.com. Anything else y'all want to tell the people before we wrap up?
Just choose you. Choose you and let 2020 end with something positive. And this is one move that you can do to give yourself something to say, something positive about 2020. You went to a wealth planning
Mm.
retreat.
Especially,
Absolutely. And I think Berlin said it best earlier, this is an investment in yourself. At some point, you have to refill that empty cup. This is an investment in yourself. And if you don't do it, it's not that you're being selfish to someone else, it's that you're being selfish to yourself.
wow.
To
Um,
yourself. Right.
as she was talking about that empty cup, I kept thinking, and I say this all the time too, that you have to invest in self so that you can be the best person for yourself first. Because how can you give, really, honestly, the what you want to give to those who you do want to give to, if you can't be the best version of yourself?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to invest in self. You have to refill the cup. You have to refresh yourself. You have to reignite yourself. You have to do so many things for self before you can be all these things and all these words that are behind me that I want to be. I want to be powerful. I want to be strong and blessed and beautiful. I want to be the queen. I want to be independent. I want to be all these beautiful words and things that are behind me. But if I keep depleting myself and never replenishing, I'll never be that for myself or anyone else. So it's an investment in self. $20 and 20
But isn't that
cents.
something?
That
How
blackgirlprofits.com.
the words that are behind you, that you just mentioned, isn't it something how we can take those attributes and build someone else, help someone else to build, but we
Right?
don't take the same attributes for ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? That's fear.
Here.
Yes. But
Because
it's time.
But
It's a new day.
yes,
Come on.
it's
it
a
is a
new
new
day.
day, a new
And it's time.
It's time.
it's,
It's time.
Well,
He's
y'all,
only given us one life to live. And we can no longer just live our lives through others or what others expect us to be. Because he's given us one life. As just as well as he's given them one life. But we have to love ourselves enough and fight those fears enough to be who he created us to be. And if we bog down with fear and disbelief, it won't happen. It won't happen. But I appreciate you ladies today and all of our guests, all the time and love and encouragement that you all have shown us this morning. We ask that you will consider joining us this week at the Wealth Planning Retreat. You can go register at www.blackgirlprofits.com. And we really look forward to seeing you.
Yes.
We thank you for joining us again and have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday and blessings throughout the week.
yes, have a
Bye
great
bye.
day of purpose. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
See you later.